Okay, shalom, shalom, Yashra'al. We're back again. We're going to be finishing up today's show. And the title again is Sleep Paralysis or Demon Attacks. Sometimes they're called Night Terrors. We're going to continue with the book of Ecclesiasticus in the Apocrypha, chapter 50. And I'm going to be reading verses 1 through 7. Listen to this very, very carefully. This is going to be, this is where we're going to start getting into some stuff here. It says, great travail is created for every man. That word man does not just mean man, it means mankind, Adam. All right, so that's man and woman. Great travail is created for every man, and a heavy yoke is upon the sons of Adam, from the day that they go out of their mother's womb, to the day that they return to the mother of all things. Watch this now. Their imagination of things to come, and the day of death trouble their thoughts from cause fear of heart, because of the fear of the heart. And from him that sitteth on the throne, he has these imaginations and these visions. From him that sitteth on a throne of glory, and to him that is humbled in earth and ashes. From him that weareth purple and a crown, and to him that is clothed with a linen frock. Wrath and envy, trouble and unquietness, fear of death, and anger and strife. And in the time of rest, watch how it happens now. It says wrath, envy, troubling and quietness, fear of death, and anger, and strife, and the time of rest, upon his bed, his night's sleep do change his knowledge. The book of Isaiah, Ecclesiasticus in the Apocrypha, the 50th chapter? Yes.
Chapter
49, 49.
Chapter 40. Chapter
4
40,
verse
verse
40, chapter 40. Because I was reading
40 verse 1.
40 verse 1.
Okay.
Excuse me, my apologies. 40. XL, 40. 50 is L. Want me to start over or just continue from... Okay, just continue. Okay, great. It says, verse 5. Wrath and envy, trouble and unquietness, fear of death and anger and strife, and in the time of rest, upon his bed, his night's sleep do change his knowledge. A little or nothing is his rest. All right? Again, a little or he gets no rest. He gets maybe a little rest or no rest at all. And afterwards, he is in his sleep. But this is not an ordinary sleep. This is a different type of sleep. And we're going to get into that. He is in his sleep as in a day of keeping watch. Trouble in the vision, okay, where we have night terrors. Trouble in his visions of his heart as if he were escaped out of a battle. When all is safe, he awakened and marveled that the fear was nothing. Now, watch how it steps up a couple of notches. The first time that we see now of this sleep paralysis now is going to be now in the book of Genesis, the second chapter, verse 20, 21 and 22. Okay. It says, and Yahuah Elohim caused a deep sleep. All right? That word deep sleep, we're going to look at that for a minute here. Deep sleep is the Strong's number 8639, and we have the word Tardimah. Tardimah, it is the Strong's number 8639. But we have text, the resh, the dalet. We have mem, and we have the hey. Now, this deep sleep is a little different. Tardimar, it means trance. All right? From the Strong's number 7290, the person is now in a lethargic stage. They're not coherent. They're in a trance. And the word that we're using here is the word radam. R-A-D-A-M. But we have the resh, the dalet, and then Sophie. Radam means to be asleep, to be unconscious, to be heavy in your sleep. To be heavy in your sleep now, we're talking about a sleep paralysis stage that you're now in. Watch this now. To be cast into a dead state of sleep. A dead state of sleep. Now, finish it up. And Yahuah caused a deep sleep, to fall upon Adam, and he slept. And in this stage now, he took one of his ribs and closed up the flesh in his stead, and he created, he brought forth the woman. Now, in the medical world, we know that a lot of times we might go through anesthesia, okay? And in that state of anesthesia, I call myself, I say, listen, you know what? You don't know who I am, I'm strong, I can do this. Listen, you know what? I ain't going out like that. You don't know who you're dealing with, all right? All right, Livingston, listen, you know what? Count backwards from 10 down. I don't remember nothing. I'm out. I'm done.
Yeah.
Done. All right, Mr. Livingston, you can go ahead and get up. I'm like, we're about ready to get started. You're done. You're done. So, but just imagine now to be in a state, all right, where you're not familiar with your surroundings. There's things going on around you, and you can't control it. You don't feel any pain or anything like that. And I just found this very interesting now, that Adam now, he's in the state now where he's not conscious of what's going on around him. And there's a procedure now that's being performed on him. And we're going to talk about this word a whole lot. Tardimah. All right? Tardimah. That's our first occurrence of a stage of sleep where you're not conscious of what's going on around you. Sleep paralysis. You can't move, you can't do anything. You're now at the mercy or the whims of the person now that's over you. The book of Bereshit, the 15th chapter. The 15th chapter. 15th chapter, verse 12. And when the sun was going down, a deep sleep fell upon Abram. So we have this deep sleep now falling upon, Adam. The father is now dealing with Adam, and he's pulling out of Adam, his Isha, Eve. Now we have a situation where the father is about to make a covenant with Abraham. And we see that Abraham now is going to go through the same stage of Tardimah. Now, it said, when the sun was going down, a deep sleep fell upon Abram. But watch what happens now in his stage. He says, a horror of great darkness fell upon him. And so now he's in the state where he's about to have a vision. And this vision that he's having now is scaring the heck out of him. Meaning this, and this is how real this is. If the Father was to open up our vision, I'm talking about really our vision, there's demons all around us right now as we're speaking. The only thing that's protecting us now from them demons attacking us is that the Father has a hedge about us. That's the only thing that's protecting you. The only thing. These demons can actually talk and communicate with one another. You've never been in a situation where you might have heard a voice and you know good well you heard a voice. You know that you heard it. Nobody else heard it, but you heard it. This is real. Not because you see people walking up and down the street, they have two eyes and they have a nose and a mouth and they're walking about doing their everyday business. That does not mean that they're human. I'm going to tell you that right there too. All right? That does not mean that. There are demons, disagreeable spirits that are walking amongst us. I've seen a video that was frightening where this woman, she had gotten so high up on bath salt. This woman's body was so contorted where, you know how it was the dance how they did called the Matrix? Yeah. This woman was able to bend all the way back and still keep her balance. It's almost as if her body went like all bent back and she came right back up again. That's not normal. That is not normal. I saw a video, and I'm going to share some things with you. There was a video where a guy, he was so possessed that he actually ran down the street head first and went straight through the windshield inside of the car. There are people out here that have some very serious issues. A lot of the medication that is given to us, these immunization shots and things like that, a lot of this stuff is causing major problems. There was a situation, nobody in my family, where there was a woman, she was explaining that she went to the doctors and her child got some immunization shots. The child was fine. Got the child back home, all of a sudden now the child doesn't talk anymore. Doesn't talk anymore. There's a person that I know, I'm not going to make mention of the name, they have a child, ADD, the child has some type of, there's something going on with the child. But he seems to be, he seems to function, but he could be walking, talking, playing with you and everything like that, and then all of a sudden he'll stop, and he'll just stare. It's like he's leaving a realm. Something caught his attention, and he's now just staring. And you're calling him, and he's like, I don't remember you calling me. And he'll automatically snap out of that realm, and he's back to normal again. So, Abraham saw a vision that troubled him, that caused great fear on him. Again, I'm going to keep reiterating this throughout the class. Be very careful. They even messing with our think pattern and our thought pattern and allowing disagreeable spirits to come into us now, even with the foods that we eat. This is how serious it is. Mishpachah, it's serious out here. The medications that they're giving us, it is not good. Just read the side effects. Maisha had to tell me, listen, you know what, stop taking the medication, because as soon as I get a headache, I'm quick to try to grab an aspirin. I mean, whatever. Try to fight some of that stuff off, because you know what, there's a lot of stuff that's out here. When you begin to read the ingredients, it causes hallucinations, suicidal thoughts, all this stuff. I mean, it just gets real crazy. So make sure that you're careful. Even as I came with sharing with me last week, he said, listen, I'm going all green. Brussels sprouts, spinach, kale, the whole nine. Because we really need to detox our bodies. And the reason why it's hard for the Father to actually tabernacle inside of us is because your body's polluted. It's polluted. Yes, sir.
I heard something about they were saying that they were trying to do something with this I guess, Nephilim DNA or something like that. They were trying to infiltrate into the people.
Yeah.
Stuff like that.
Yeah, super soldiers.
Yes, absolutely. There's a lot that's going on, a whole lot. So again, when we look at this deep sleep that Abraham went into, again, this word deep sleep is a Hebrew word, tardamah, and it means that the person is now lethargic, they're not coherent, they're now in a trance. It means to be asleep, to be unconscious, to be in a heavy sleep, to be cast into a dead state called sleep paralysis. This is the state that now Abraham is now in. The next occasion that we find this sleep paralysis on this stage now is in the book of Samuel. 1 Samuel, the 26th chapter. 1 Samuel. First Samuel 26. And I'm going to read verses 11 and 12. I'm going to read verse 10 to 12. 10 to 12. David said furthermore, as Yahuah liveth, Yahuah shall smite him as his day shall come to die, or he shall descend into battle and perish. We talked about the beat that David is having with Shaul here. And the father, or Yahuah, forbid that I should stretch forth my hand against the father's anointed. The father's anointed at this time is Shaul. But I pray thee, take thou now the spear that is in his bolster and the cruse of water, and let us go. So David took the spear and the cruse of water from Saul's bolster, and they got them away. Watch this now. And no man saw it, nor knew it, neither awake. They were all asleep, because a deep sleep from the sovereign was falling upon them. So let me just try to draw this picture. Saul has this big, enormous army. David is actually running from Shaul. A deep sleep, this Tarbumah, is now upon the whole camp. David is not able to go into the camp, take the spear and the water now without being noticed. How can you, just think about it. The type of sleep where you now can't move. You can see what's going on, because I had an experience where I was able to walk through the house, know where everything is at. But I knew that I couldn't move. But you are conscious of every single thing. So some people call it astral traveling.
Astral projection.
Yeah, exactly. And what's interesting with that is, I say it this way. I do it this way. Some people call it like an ether cord. I talked about that a lot. And what happens now when you're asleep, this ether cord is like attached to like shamayim. And if that ether cord is broken, you die. And so it's just like when a mother is carrying a baby, that umbilical cord is actually keeping the baby alive. So once the mother gives birth and everything like that, and they cut the umbilical cord, the baby now is dependent now on his own, no more depending on the mother. I say that to say is that, I'm not going to make mention of the name, but we'll talk about it later. Zakane knows this person. He talked to me, he wanted to do some astral traveling is what he wanted to do. And what he said he was going to do was he's going to dedicate the room, and his Isha was in the bed with him, but he wasn't going to let her know anything about it. And he wanted to find out what's going on in the other realms. I warned him about it. I totally disagreed with it. He didn't say anything else about it. There was another situation where Aisha and I, we was at this place called 24-Hour Video. They don't do that stuff like that anymore. But anyway, no, I'm going to say that story for later. Because, listen, it gets serious. It gets very, very serious. And the reason why, prayer, fasting, and making sure that your household is in order, because you have to make sure that everybody in your house is good. Ishas, you don't want that he's speaking with your ish and he has wicked and evil thoughts against you. That's not good, because your enemy is not supposed to be in your own house. That union and that love that's supposed to happen within inside the family, this is what brings the family tighter together. The ish and the isha must be in one accord. I've been teaching this and saying this for the longest, even before I came to the congregation of Yashra'al. Our sisters have to be so careful, and the brothers have to be careful too. Do not have intercourse with your ishas and you're angry with them. Don't do it. Because sperm is energy. If he's angry and he's pissed off at you, and he's releasing this energy in you, what do you think is going to happen? Especially if you get pregnant. Everything is alive around us. Everything around us is energy. It responds to energy. Get a plant, a simple plant. Strike a match and put the don't set it on fire, but put the lighted match next to the plant. It's going to move. It will move. Even look at a lot of the plants. When the sun comes up, you never notice that the plant will actually start to move towards the light. Every single thing responds. Everything. Okay. Isaiah, the 29th chapter. Isaiah, the 29th chapter, verse 10. I'm saying all these things so that we can be careful always of our surroundings. We have to. Isaiah 29 and 10. 9 and 10, excuse me, let's do that. Isaiah 29, 9 and 10. It says, stay yourselves and wonder, cry you out and cry. They are drunken, but not with wine. They stagger, but not with strong drink. Watch this now. For Yahuah our Elohim have poured out upon you the spirit again of deep sleep. Okay, deep sleep. And have closed your eyes. The prophets and your rulers, the seers, have ye covered. Now, the way that I like to operate is this way. I'm talking to my Ishar. Listen, you know what? It's a distraction. You ever notice when you're trying to have a serious conversation with a person and the TV is playing? It's like there's two conversations that's going on while another conversation that's going on while you're talking. Hey, listen, turn the TV off. It's distracting me. It's outside interference. It's all energy. When you're talking, try to get some eye contact.